Hi everybody, welcome to 843 TV, and where are we? We're at the Osprey Village thrift shop, and it's located in Okatie, and we are going to visit with David Green, who is the director and finance person for the foundation. And Lisa, what do you think about this place?
Well, Kathryn, there's so much to look at, and there's accessories for your home, there's jewelry, there's shoes, there's clothing. So much that you can pick from here for your home or another home. And so the good news is it all goes to a great cause, and we're going to hear a little bit about those today.
So stay with us. We'll be right back with more 843 TV.
.843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. And welcome to 843 TV, and we are delighted to be at the Osprey Village at the Thrift Store here in Hardyville, and we're going to introduce you to David Green, who is the Director of Finance and Development. It's been a little while since we've seen you.
It has. A lot of things have been going on recently, of course, the COVID virus being one of those we've been working around. So.
It is. It has been affecting us, so we were talking a little bit about that off camera. But let's get down to business. I mean, we have a whole show talking to you, and we're going to find out what's going on at Osprey Village. Okay. So let's start off. The hot topic. I think you just were rewarded a gift from, tell us about that.
Right. The folks at Pay Proudly, who handle our credit card processing for both of our thrift stores, as part of their mission, they also support the nonprofits that they work with, and so they just gave us a nice check for $500 as a donation to support us, and so we're very appreciative of that, and look forward to working with Carla and Jeff in the future.
That's excellent, and the community support is key to your nonprofit ministry here. So let's talk about some of those ways that the community helps you, who are your partners, and because this is a big part of your role as the Director of Finance and Development.
Right, yeah. I've been doing the finance side for quite some time. The development side is a little bit more of a new initiative, but we've actually got a number of folks that I've been working with on various committees and boards that are now supporting us as a cabinet to help put together a capital campaign effort. So I serve on the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and so some of those folks have been helping, and some other friends and so forth, people with some very deep expertise, and we really appreciate all of their efforts to work with us on that side. That would be to support our capital project, which would be building the Osprey Village neighborhood development out here, just down the road here in Okatie at the East Argent project. But also, of course, one of the big ways that people support us is by shopping and volunteering here at our thrift stores. Here in Okatie, we've been open for, I think it was 10 years in April. And,
wow, I had no idea it was here that long.
Yeah, and just had a number of great volunteers. Some of those initial ones are still here supporting us, so we really appreciate all of their efforts. And, of course, all the shoppers who stop by here. And if I've heard people say, I didn't know you were there. Well, we're right next to the new Circle K at the intersection with Argent Boulevard and 170, right across from the Church of the Palm.
So now you have a landmark.
Look for the sign out front. That's thrift store. Right?
That's terrific. So let's talk about, there's so many things. Number one is being the development. So we know you're looking for funds. And those funds help with the potential, with the project of the living what we want to create for the community. Right. And also, does it help fund the stores? Or you do have paid employees as well, as also volunteers. So how can that, tell us about what you need to do all this.
Right. So as far as the day-to-day operations, really the thrift stores are helping us primarily in that area. Because we do have some donors, we do have some fundraising events, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but just to keep the doors open and keep the project moving forward, we've got the land donated to us by the developer of East Argent. We've applied to the South Carolina Housing Authority for funding through one of their programs. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know what'll happen there, but we're also have interest from a number of folks in living in that neighborhood, and but the thrift store here really is kind of the backbone of what keeps us up and running at this point.
So there's two stores, and this one
Right.
is, which one started?
This one was
this
the
is
very first
original one.
one.
This is the
Right.
flagship.
Right.
Okay, and how
Right.
long has the one in Hilton Head Island been
Hilton
operating?
Head opened in was March of 2017, and that's at the old what used to be the bowling center on Main Street. There, that now has our thrift store there. It's the largest thrift store on the island. We've got over 10,000 feet of retail space, and also have a number of other businesses right around us there.
Well, I want to tell you, I got these shoes there.
But I was going to say, when we filmed there, we also shopped there. By
I
the way.
know,
And I
yes.
bought a pair of shoes
So I wore
too
my
last
shoes
time.
today because I got these at the thrift store, and everybody says, "Oh, I love your shoes." I'm telling you, they do have some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we get a lot of visitors to the island. They're coming through there as well. They're like, it's a rainy day. What do we do? Let's go thrifting, and they come
do.
by.
And don't forget, for our viewers, you can donate your things because that's how
Yes,
you
right.
have things to sell and funds.
We've got things like these wonderful chairs you're sitting on now are for sale if you're interested in buying those.
Pretty good,
So
$50
furniture,
by the
clothing,
window.
housewares, appliances, and everything. Yeah.
And Kathryn and I are going to take a look around
Yeah.
before we leave, of course. But back to the residential project. It's been a couple of years in the making because we've been talking
Right.
to you all for a couple of years about it.
Right.
When do you potentially might envision it becoming a reality as far as starting to build?
Right. Obviously, the key issue is where's the money to build it. And one of the things that we're having happen right now is we've got so many inquiries from people all around the country about this. I mean, we're getting probably 3 or 4 inquiries a week from people.
These are family members who have
Right.
want to
They've got
have a family
someone
member
who
be here.
has an intellectual or developmental disability like Down syndrome or autism or other types of disabilities, and they're saying, I've got a 23-year-old son who has Asperger's, for example, and I'm looking to retire in a couple of years and move to your area. Would really be interested in what you're doing there. And we've got families who are actually interested in buying into the project. So we've got some plans in place now to develop a sort of condominium type of arrangement where people could buy a spot, build their own home for their loved one or some of their family to live there with them. And then we would continue to own and maintain the land and the property and build that out right alongside whatever kind of public funding we might be able to get. So,
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah.
That it's
So we-
amazing how when you get all kinds of people asking for things and how your vision can shift a little bit because it serves a purpose, right? And that's the master plan.
As the adage goes, build it and they will come, right?
Amen.
So we're going to take a quick break, and
Okay.
you all stay right here. We'll be back with more 843 TV.
Okay.